Has seen or heard of the fact that conservative men are struggling in dating in this political climate. Here's a thought. Change your mind. Be open to changing your mind. It's not that deep. I know mommy and daddy will be very upset if you so much as open your mind even slightly, but it's okay. It's okay.
All right, guys, so I want to react to this video from this feminist woman who claims that she's not an extremist, but I think she is an extremist, right? Just listen to her talk. Because she claims that, hey, I don't date conservative men because conservative men need to change their mind, right? And this is why conservative men are struggling on the dating market, which is that conservative men apparently need to, I don't know, change our minds, right? We need to change our minds when it comes to women and our political ideology. And therefore, we find more success dating because, I don't know, I guess conservative men, according to her, are looking for women like her. Except I don't think that conservative men are looking for these types of women. But hey, this is what she's saying, right? This is the argument that she's putting forth here, and I want to react to it. But before we get into it, we have to have a word from the sponsor of this video, BioTrust. Those who set their New Year's resolutions around health and beauty are helping collagen supplements grow in popularity. This supplement has trended recently as people are looking for ways to improve their skin, hair, nails, and joint health. For example, if you press a baby's cheeks, it bounces back because of the collagen that is present. Conversely, large pores and wrinkles appear as we lose collagen. The only collagen I recommend and use is this amazing magical supplement. It helps reduce visible signs of aging, reduce wrinkles, and promotes a youthful complexion of the skin. One scoop a day provides 5 critically important types of collagen your skin needs to perform and look its best. Plus, there are no artificial flavors, colors, or preservatives. Get it now for a whopping 53% off this New Year's. Plus, receive free live health and fitness coaching for life, a new ebook titled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, and free shipping. Order now by going to healthwithpatriot.com. Again, that is healthwithpatriot.com.
By now, everyone has seen or heard of the fact that conservative men are struggling in dating in this political climate.
Yeah, I don't necessarily know if conservative men are struggling to date in this political environment. I'm not sure exactly where she gets that from. Now, you do have some men that are experiencing, I guess, an epidemic of loneliness, right? They've checked out of the dating market for various reasons, but I'm not sure if that's just conservative men, okay? But apparently she thinks that, again, this is a conservative man problem, which I would argue that I don't think that that's the case.
Here's a fucking thought. Change your mind. Be open to changing your mind. It's not that deep. I know mommy and daddy will be very upset if you so much as open your mind even slightly, but it's okay. It's okay. So here's a couple of takes on this. Number one, there's a lot of girls stitching saying if that they see that a man is conservative on a dating app, it's a double right. And I have a 1 up on that. If I see if a man is a double C, I call it a double hit, a Christian conservative, fuck no. Because that doesn't happen overnight. That goes to show me that you come from a long line of Christian nationalists who are on board with Project 2025.
Okay, Project 2025. Again, this is the dog whistle from the left, right? Which again, you know, this person is going to claim that she's not an extremist, but yet the extremists on the left are so worried about Project 2025, which is essentially a conservative plan to abolish the administrative state, right? To significantly downsize the government and to rid the government of corruption, to drain the swamp, right? The left is fear-mongering about this, saying that, oh, well, you know, Trump is going to implement this, which I hope he does, right? It's actually really a good thing. It's actually something I'm more excited about, okay, that, you know, Trump gets in office and there's an actual real plan to, you know, abolish the deep state, or put it this way, downsize the government. So yeah, when you hear these people fear-mongering about Project 2025, they're just fear-mongering about draining the swamp, right? That's what that is.
That's immediately what I jump to. That tells me it's not just you, it's me, because we would not get along. I would open my mouth and you'd be leaving the dining room table.
Yeah, so who is the person that is closed-minded here, right? Because I think that, you know, conservative men, you know, me in particular, I don't have a problem with a woman's political viewpoints as long as our core values don't clash too much. Because women are typically more likely to be liberal or more liberal than a man, as long as they're not off the rails. Okay, in today's political climate, Democrats, they seem to be off the rail. They're not classical liberals anymore, right? But I don't have a problem with a woman that is classically liberal, right? As long as, again, she's not so liberated that she thinks that she's a man, or that she can be a man, or that, she can replace me, or she doesn't carry herself in a way that is traditional for a woman. Again, there is traditional women that believe in traditional gender roles, that respect their men, that respect the role of men. And just because she's a Democrat, that doesn't mean that I'm automatically not going to be interested in her. Okay. I have not come across that too much. Again, unless the girl is like super progressive, or again, just a Looney Tune, right? Woke, then yeah, I'll have a problem with that. But, believe it or not, there are, some people, some Democrats that are still reasonable, that are still grounded in reality, that are still somewhat conservative and traditional. Okay. I mean, that still exists. But in my experience with dating, I will say I have experienced a woman that will reject me as a man because I say, hey, I'm conservative. Okay. And I vote Republican. I support Trump. These women will automatically kind of X me out of the dating pool because of my political opinion. So, to me personally, that seems like the woman is not open-minded. I'm open-minded to being with somebody of different political viewpoints as long as our values are aligned enough. But there are some women that will like everything about a man, but will refuse to date the man simply because the man has different political viewpoints. So I don't think it's the man or the conservative man that's not open-minded enough. I actually think it's the woman that wouldn't date the conservative man just because he's conservative. I think you're the ones that are closed-minded, right? I think that's the issue here. And like I said, with a lot of these people, the things they say are really just projection, right? And I think that's what we have here.
It's all right. It's all right. We'll just move along. Number 2, these men don't even know what they believe. They don't even know what they believe. I saw a quote the other day, can't even remember where I heard it, but it was someone saying that there's a difference between what you are taught and what you believe. And I find that through and through with these conservative men. These conservative men oftentimes have no idea what they even believe in, because I no longer argue with people on either far side of the aisle because they're just too far gone. So
yeah, like you, right? You're on the far left side of the aisle. Again, this is the delusion here, okay? You're out here fear-mongering about Project 2025, and then you're also at the same time talking about how you don't want to date Christian nationalist men. Again, you sound like a far left woke extremist. You sound like your brain is on MSNBC. But the studies have shown time and time again, it's not the conservatives that are closed-minded and not open to different political viewpoints. It's actually liberals. Like, for example, there were studies that show that liberals don't want to be roommates in college with conservatives, okay? Or that they won't date somebody that is a Trump supporter, okay? But when you look at it the other way around, conservatives have no issues rooming with somebody or being friends with somebody or dating somebody that has different political viewpoints.
What I do is ask, why? Why? What policies, what procedures, what evidence suggests that that was a good move have you found? That that's a good reason to do that. And they can never answer me.
Again, well, what subject are you talking about, right? I mean, when we're talking about, for example, the economy, and somebody that is fiscally conservative says, yeah, we shouldn't spend a whole bunch of money running up the debt because that drives up inflation. That makes the value of the dollar less. I mean, that's just an empirical reality, right? We can see that. Look at what's happening right now. Or when a conservative man says we should close the border and that illegal immigration is not good for the country, I mean, look at what's happening right now. Look at these liberal cities boo-hoo-whining and complaining about the illegal immigration crisis in their cities. When a conservative man says we should be tough on crime and be pro-law and order because that is bad for society to let criminals just run these cities and control these cities. Again, look at these liberal cities and what they're experiencing right now. I mean, to me, I feel like a lot of conservative positions are backed up by facts and reality. So again, I'm trying to figure out what specific subject is she talking about, but she's not really going to name a specific subject because a lot of this is just her probably projecting and being upset that she can't find a good man to date or that she's not really the most likable or dateable person on the market.
They can never answer me. Or the answer is solely lied and hating on the other side. So when you ask a conservative man about a policy and he talks about, well, fucking Joe Biden, fuck Joe Biden. I'm like, okay, yup. Joe Biden's a war criminal. Like, we get that. Like, he needs to be impeached. He doesn't even know where he is. He just Roombas around. We get it. But what will your side do to fix that? All of it. Always Hunter Biden, Nancy Pelosi, and Hillary Clinton. Like, can we just fucking get over that? My God. Oh, and Obama too. They love that. But if your political opinion doesn't lie in research and or you can't back it up, come correct. Stand on business with your political opinion.
Stand on business. Right. The fact that she's using that phrase, that terminology, tells me everything I need to know about this individual and what she's into. Right. She probably got jungle fever.
And or it lies in hating the other side. Your political opinion is null and void to me. You literally, like, you don't even have a political opinion to me. You don't even get to have a political opinion. They're that political alliance because it is the alpha male thing to do. It is beta to be a liberal man. It is rooted in hating and control of women. And that is the only thing that they have.
No, it's not about hating women. It's about the fact that, you know, traditional men or conservative men want traditional conservative women. We don't want women that are trying to be men, that are trying to basically control men, that are trying to replace men, that actually show their hatred for men, right? Conservative men like real women. Now, liberal men don't like real women, right? In fact, they might not like women at all, okay? And I think that's the big difference here, but I don't think it's really about trying to control women as much as about wanting women to, I don't know, actually be women, right? Again, I'm trying to figure out exactly where she's coming from here, but I really can't because she's not being specific about anything. There are a bunch of generalities here with no real facts, okay, or no real, I guess, specifics on what she's talking about in regards to conservative men not being able to back up our policy positions or why we believe what we believe, because I just went through 3 or 4 of them: the border, the economy, crime, and it has nothing to do with hating the other side at all, okay? I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know what she's talking about here, but what I do know, when it comes to this idea that, you know, conservative men want to control women and yada, yada, no. What conservative men understand and realize is that the nuclear family is the greatest form of governance that we have. It is the foundation of a strong society, and quite honestly, solves a whole lot of problems that we have in our society. And the key to a nuclear family is traditional gender roles, and encouraging women to adhere to traditional gender roles is not about trying to control them as much as about trying to establish a society that is built on morality and order, right? And again, a lot of that comes through the traditional nuclear family.
To hold on to in that political alliance. Women are going to have political opinions. We're going to have strong ones. It's not the 1950s no longer, bruv. No longer. And I will not shut my mouth. I will never shut my mouth.
Again, just saying, maybe that's part of your problem, right? Maybe that's part of the issue that you're having with dating on the market, is that you won't shut your mouth. You keep talking too much, right? Because I don't think it's the conservative men that are having an issue here. I think it's women like her. You remember I did a reaction video to a woman that went viral not too long ago about her complaining about liberal men not being conservative enough, right? She wants to date a conservative man without actually dating a conservative man, right? She wants her liberal man to be conservative, right? But again, what she's finding out is that liberal men are not conservative, okay? And if you want a conservative man, then you have to adhere to traditional gender roles as a woman, okay? You have to be a traditional woman if you want a traditional conservative man. You can't be a liberal woman and then say, well, I want a conservative man. It don't work like that. You can't have it that way. Part of being a traditional woman is, you know, hey, knowing when to talk and when not to talk, right? Knowing when to shut your mouth, right? I'm just saying, a lot of women, they seem to have issues with this.
And I will absolutely not shut my mouth for a man.
Which is why you don't have
We're out here begging men to take a look in the mirror, and they are not, and they will not. And this loneliness epidemic that you're not getting wet every other day is going to grow. Okay.
Again, what's amazing to me is that according to her, men have the loneliness epidemic, okay? But she's out here begging men to change, right? You're begging the man to change. Why are you begging men to change? if men are the ones with the loneliness epidemic, to me it sounds like you're lonely. To me it sounds like you are the one having problems. Okay, this is why you're begging men to change. Because if you weren't the ones having issues with dating, you would need to beg the man to change. Because you're so desirable that you should have no problems getting the man to change for you. But to me, it seems like she's the one that needs to change, right? You're the one that needs to open up your mind because you're struggling. You're struggling to find a man or keep a man.
Okay, it's only gonna get worse because we are going to shut this shit down. We're going to shut these legs for further business, okay? So you better get with it or get the fuck out because you're gonna get lonelier and lonelier as a product of your own design. By now, everyone...
Wow. Incredible stuff, right? Incredible stuff. We will see where this young woman will be when she's 35 plus, with no family, no kids, no man, right? Hitting the wall. She'll be one of these people that's, you know, on TikTok or whatever social media app, right, will be popular at that point, and she'll be talking about how she wish, you know, she had not been so antagonistic towards men. She's gonna wish that she'd been more open-minded towards conservative men, and she'll finally kind of understand where conservative men are coming from, right? So we'll have to follow back up on this one, right, to see her eventually regret her life choices. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.